What's up, BC, Final Community, normal people on YouTube? Alright, just gonna have some coffee. Damn, good cup of coffee. Alright, so what are we gonna talk about? I was listening to this and I was like, damn, just listen. Song is just killing it. Alright, so let's talk about some Primus. So, Primus released this on its 10th year anniversary, the Green Naugahyde. It's really cool. Like, yeah, no duh tie. It's a double LP. I already kind of showed this, I think, in one of my other episodes, but I'm going to try to do a full... She approves. What's really cool about it, well, I don't know if people, it is, I think, a true audiophile. It spins at 45 RPM, so I'm hoping it is. It came with the hype sticker. And says, 10th anniversary deluxe edition, deluxe jacket with enhanced artwork. Kring! And 2 LPs, ghostly green colored vinyl on 45 RPM, and includes a digital download. Alright. Now, this album was kind of, this came out on vinyl, I'm pretty sure, when the album first came out. I don't think they probably printed that many copies, because I had never seen one ever in a store before. Didn't even really try to look for one, because I didn't know, I wasn't too sure if they had actually made one, until I had seen on Noble Records. I'm getting his name right. Dylan over there at the Noble Records. He had a copy a while back. He posted on his Holy Moly wall, and they don't sell their stuff online from the Holy Moly wall, which is super cool. Actually, I think that's a good idea. But it was a bummer for me because I was like, "There's no way I'm going to get that unless I was there in person." But that's the only copy I've ever seen. So the other day I was in the store, and they had this. Pretty cool. Around the time of my birthday, so I was like, "Swoop it up." And my only complaint is the second LP is a tad bit warped. Just on one side, though. And the other side is fine. That usually works if they're warped. It's not too warped. So just a little wobble. I did go to my spot. He let me open another one. The other one was wobbled in the reverse direction. So I've been kind of having interesting luck. And both the Coltrane's I got were wobbled. This is wobbled. It is what it is. But the cool thing is he let me at least open another one to see. So if that one wasn't a wobbler, I could have exchanged. So I just get my original one. And I might have I'm pretty sure I talked about all this, but this episode is just dedicated to this Primus. Now, after listening to the whole thing, it sounds super good. This is really neat album because it actually has the first drummer before Herb. Technically, it's like the drummer from Sausage. And I'm going to forget his name right now. And it's on the second one. Jay Lane. That dude back there. And his style is definitely different than Brain and Herb. So he stands out. And so this album almost has more of a Sausage vibe to it. But I thought it was cool that I really didn't even know the drummer's name from that era. And so the fact that they brought him back for one album 10 years ago, super cool idea. And the album is really good. Fast forward to now, 10th anniversary. It was like $32, $34. So kind of a little bit pricey, but it is a double LP and it is a 45 RPMer. So, but let's show you what it looks like. Really cool color. It looks like a bunch of ghosts on there to me. I don't think they're trying to do that on purpose, but either way. The only thing that's kind of interesting, it's a 45 RPM on colored vinyl. If I had to choose for sound-wise, you guys have always heard me say this, or what I technically prefer is, traditional black vinyl, but these I think are all growing on us as far as color-wise. But yeah, super stoked to get this. Let me back the music up so we can have some music while I'm ranting on here. Cough. All right. So Primus released stuff on this. They did it on a record store day, and then they released one anyways. So I've kind of seen this as a pattern. The Black Sabbath. I feel like record store day is awesome. If there's certain albums you really want to get, it's definitely worth getting in line for them, But if you have patience and you're not too crack about like getting it now or first or second or whatever, I'm almost 100% positive every album that comes on a record store day, well, 90% of them, coffee burp, they're going to reissue. And at least it seems like all the ones I've liked on the record store day list that I've got up early for, they have reissued after the fact. So let's talk about it. Primus, stuck on this. Had no hype sticker on this whatsoever, saying, reissued in 25 year, whatever. But they definitely printed them at the same time as the record store day batch, because it's the same, it says 2020. But they didn't come out until 2021, like deep in 2021. So I got one because I figured it might sound better because it's going to be on black vinyl. And so I thought it'd be cool to have in one like on original black vinyl, like the original Primus Suck on This came out. But the record store day ones are killer. I got 2 of them. But I brought home, let's see, I usually try to jump them out once they get that suction cup mode. It's hard to get them out sometimes. Okay. It's see-through blue. Like, it's kind of hard to tell, but there you go. I feel like this one has, well, I'm probably tripping, but I feel like it has less surface noise than the record store day one. Still has a 3D cover, doesn't come with the 3D glasses. I'm sure you could order a pair of those on Amazon Prime for like $2 probably, and just throw them in here. And but yeah, so we'll just talk about Primus, mainly with the green Naugahyde, and then to jump to a totally different topic. This album, why is this album? Everyone, I'm sure I'm late to the party on this one. Usually am on most things, but this album's fucking killer. Holy shit! I would, if Bitches Brews you didn't connect with, or your ears just didn't enjoy it for whatever reason. I've heard the reason being some people don't like it because of the guitar, noodling, whatever your reason is. I didn't even really hear the damn guitar until they pointed out that there was guitar noodling. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, there is some guitar noodling going on. I'm a guitar player, so, or at least I attempt to be one. And this album, though, came through in my YouTube stream while I was on the West Coast, and you definitely, it's the Bitches Brew era, but it's before Bitches Brew. But man, this one is just a great album. And it's obvious it's Miles Davis, but I would almost, right now, because I've heard Bitches Brew so many times, this album right now I like better than Bitches Brew, just because it's just so new to me, and it still sounds very Bitches Brew-ish, but it even has, I think, a couple different musicians on here possibly, or maybe all the same exact ones. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's all the same ones, actually. But, it's a reissue. It's not original, obviously, but I got it for a super good deal. Wasn't overpriced. It was in the $20 range. It's on Columbia. Feels like it's on 180 gram vinyl. Really clean. Edges are smooth. I'm like, this feels like a very high-end record, and besides the case being kind of flimsy. So, if you don't have this Miles Davis, definitely go get this reissue that they put out. And I don't really hear anybody raving about it, but it's killer. And it's got 2 songs. Each side is the song. So, super cool. One's called Shh. Oh wait, one side, the first side I guess technically has 2 songs. Shh, and then Peaceful. And then side 2 is In the Silent Way. It's About That Time. Okay, it's 2 songs per side, I guess. For some reason, the way I read it before. Yeah, I didn't really see that little line separating the 2, so anyway. Well, alright, the first side I think is just 1 song, but it's got like 2 names. The next side actually has 2 separate songs laid out. In a Silent Way, and It's About That Time. I have no idea. It sounds killer, that's all I know. But each side is just like 1. You don't see any breaks, at least. It just threads going, grooves going for days. No dead wax in between, so to speak. But yeah, stoked on this. So yeah, I just felt like, I had a few things on the mind with the vinyl. I'm just kind of chilling, drinking some coffee, and getting ready to run along some of the songs we're going to go through later tonight at rehearsal. We have a gig with my blues band on Saturday. And then we have one Sunday at a residency gig that we play every other Sunday from 2 to 5, which will be fun. Our last one we did, we had our fill-in drummer. And we got my friend Rick, who, amazing drum player. He played for Chet Atkins for a while, and he was his touring drum player back in the day. And he said he got to go into Chet Atkins' basement, the recording studio he had down there, which we know like a lot of famous recordings got done down there. So just hearing him telling these stories is like mind-boggling because I'm a huge Chet Atkins fan. That was actually one of the first things I watched on YouTube. Actually, was Chet Atkins footage. It was really weird. It kind of I was watching Bughead footage, playing like when he's doing his chicken picking, like when he does that break in between his backing tracks where he just plays by himself and he kind of runs through that country fried chicken picking thing he does mixed with a few other things. Well, I was watching that, and for some reason it had doing Mr. Sandman by Chet Atkins, and that was like at the time I was taking jazz improv and going to school for music composition, and so just heavily into guitar back then, just as I am now. If not, I'm even more deep in guitar now. But just seeing that, if I would have heard it, I would have definitely thought that was overlaid guitar. There was multiple tracks, at least 3. I would have been like, those 3, like kind of fucking around. It felt like 3 guitar players. So to hear it live on that, what's it called? It was that TV show. Anyways, Hee Haw. The Hee Haw show. It shows him ripping Mr. So I just started watching on YouTube a bunch of Chet Atkins back, and this is like, 2004? 2005-ish. And, so I had to start trying to play some, and I still do today, and anyways, Chet Atkins is mind-boggling. To learn one of his songs, some people can learn them really quick. It just depends on how much you play, like how good you are, like perfecting a song quickly. But like for me, I feel like it's a lifelong perfection of every song. So like, and you don't gotta like beat yourself up practicing constantly, but still periodically go through your old repertoire of stuff. Stay sharp, but your ear will start to zero in on really small things that you didn't think about before that are so important now that kind of just make the song sound a lot better. But for some reason, Chet Atkins figured this all out very quickly at an early age, it seems like, and And I like even you hear his story about how he came from a very, like, his family was really poor, you know. And he got his first guitar amp, and they didn't have electricity in his house, so he would like go around town, you know, like, hey, can I borrow a plug socket? You know, can I borrow some juice? And then he said he would go take his acoustic to school and go play in the bathroom because the acoustics in the bathroom echo is so good. So I mean, just true diehard at such an early age. But anyways, fast forward to the drummer that is actually like, it's not our main drummer. He's a drummer that subs for our main drummer. And thankful that our drummer Chris is able to have such a killer sub drummer for us. But anyways, hearing the Chet Atkins stories is totally killer. And so anyways, and so yeah, somehow we went from jazz to Primus, back to some Miles Davis, and on to some Chet Atkins. So it works. Brain's starting to go. It's just starting to happen. There's a really good book called Sea of Cortez by John Steinbeck and Ed Ricketts. It's mainly by John Steinbeck, but he goes out on the ocean with his good friend Ed Ricketts, who was a genius also like Steinbeck. He actually walked from Chicago to Pacific Grove, California. Pretty interesting. Just because he got inspired by this book, it's called like 1,000 Mile Man, or it's about a book some dude wrote who actually walked from New York to the West Coast. So anyways, in this book, Sea of Cortez, it talks about how people, and I'm gonna fuck the quote up here, but roughly he says people are more concerned about their clean feet than having a clean mind. And very, very true. I have no idea how we even got onto that topic, but yeah, that book I took with me when I was traveling. I didn't reread the book, but there's just certain parts of that book I really love, so I was just reading certain parts of it here and there. But yeah. Yeah, you might have seen some little more decorations. These are actually some of my dad's stuff I was able to pick up, so definitely gotta throw it up on the wall and represent it. That's actually a painting up there that let's see. Yeah. Real famous painter. This artist. Just by coincidence, when my mom and dad were married way back in the day, they happened to be in the same restaurant as this OG guy, and he seen my mom, and he had already painted this painting. He's like, "Whoa, you look like..." Now, again, this dude probably, I think, was just trying to be a pimp and trying to maybe get my mom's number, but it worked. But no, he was like, "You look a lot like the lady I painted in this recent painting of mine." And my mom was like, "Oh, what crazy?" And so he ended up exchanging contacts and met up with them and gave them a copy, not the original, but a copy of this painting. And lo and behold, it's this lady standing on a wine glass. And lo and behold, her face does look a lot like my mom's. Very strange. But my dad loved that painting. After he passed away, it was like right there by his desk, still. And when he would come, when he was homeless for a decade, so he would come hitchhike, come visit. However you get to us. Sometimes he would have some random chicks drive him, or he would hitchhike and just show up. But I remember distinctly he would always talk about that painting. So I always rep the painting, and then I gotta rep some of his other stuff. I got some other really cool stuff of his other ones too. They have like the Pebble Beach flag of the 100th anniversary on the year 2000. It's kind of funny because the year 2000 was the Y2K year, and here we go. Just keep rambling and rambling. For anybody who watch, if you guys, I do not expect anyone to watch a whole 20-minute episode of a ginger rambling on about shit nobody gives a crap about. But hey, thank you if you even watch a couple minutes of this. I'm kind of curious about how long you have to watch for it to count as a view. Is it only like 5 seconds, or does it matter on how long the actual video is? So the ratio changes a little bit. So if it's like a 20-minute video, you gotta at least watch like 20 seconds or 2 minutes. I don't know. But anyways, I got some of my dad's stuff, so I thought I put them up and rep them. So yeah, but yeah, you guys like golf? I wasn't trying to decorate for the vinyl community here, just trying to represent for old dad here. He was a big time, he loved golf, he was huge into golf. And fortunately or unfortunately, for some reason, I have a cabin right by a golf course. So, and there's a retired pro in my neighborhood who gives golf lessons. And lo and behold, I'm gonna probably take some from this guy because my dad and I, we golfed a couple times. I think like twice, maybe once. No, twice. Once where he tried to show me how to swing, and then once where we actually went golfing. And I could not hit a ball in my life depending on it. I think I hit it a couple times. It was just because, swinging so many times. But my dad was really good at golf. So it would be nice just to crank some balls out. Like, get a big old bucket and just knock them out into the neighborhood. Well, I can't knock them out into the neighborhood. My old neighborhood, we used to be able to do stuff like that. We lived around the edge of the field. And when I was a little kid, my stepdad, he would drink those big old Foster cans. He would just decorate them with a garage. I remember we had a castle of Foster cans. Very impressive. He would take a bucket of golf balls and just hit them into the lettuce fields. And then me and my friends would just go get the golf balls. Just go find them for him. Anyways. All right. Well, I got Estelle coffee, so I'll share one more funny story about that stepdad. He's pretty cool. He was really cool, but he was like some funny ass shit he would do as far as like if there was ladies around, he was gonna put on a fucking show somehow. Okay, and so we're at this Marriott hotel when I was a little kid, my Great America in San Jose, California area, and budget vacation. Please don't think that this is my stepdad at the time was selling drugs, so I'm pretty sure that's how they paid for the vacation. And my mom was like working, like had food stamps and shit. But we hustled this little mini vacation to Great America, so our hotel room definitely smelled like weed the whole time. But we're downstairs. They have like this indoor-outdoor pool. It's really cool. You don't have to swim underneath the wall, but it's like a small ledge. It's up just like 4 feet off the water, so it kind of felt as a kid. It felt cool going from indoor pool, outdoor pool, whatever. We're out there. My stepdad realizes there's some ladies. So my stepdad's like, he used to this thing where he could dive over chairs. So he's like, hey, Ty, it's chair diving time. Fucking grab 2, put them by the deep end. So I'm like, game on, let's do this. So I get 2, and just the normal chairs you would sit in, you know what I mean? So he dives over there, over those. So then we're like, fuck it, you know what I mean? We got 4 chairs now, and he's like, full sprint, run, swan dive. Now we're starting to get a line of ladies on both sides of the chairs that are like clapping for him and shit. And I think for me maybe. And then I'm like, fuck it. So I got the lawn chair. I got chairs stacked to where he's barely now it's getting sketchy. Like he's like, stomach almost is clipping the edge of these chairs. Finally, security comes with the walkie-talkies. Hey, what the fuck are you guys doing? You can't be doing this. But they seen that my stepdad already hustled. Like every girl in the pool area now is like standing next to him. So he couldn't talk too much to me. Like no more, to keep it down to 2 chairs. We're gonna do the fucking stunt dive show. So later in the evening, my stepdad and I were like, let's go back down to the pool. My mom's kind of tired. Lo and behold, half those ladies are down at the pool, but they're all solo. You know what I mean? We had the stunt show going again. I'm playing arcades, getting zapped because my hands are just dripping water into the electronics. I don't give a shit. I can hang on to the fucking Street Fighter 2. Actually, it was Pac-Man. Froggers. This is old. This is 80s. Me and my stepdad in the hot tub. Fucking got girls, all ladies, all around us. And then mom comes down. Busted like a motherfucker about 11 o'clock. 11 p.m. Anyways. That was a Big Al. He was a super cool stepdad. Anyways, this cup's almost done. So, let's leave it at that. I actually had to start doing work. Oh, gosh. No. Alright. Go be supportive of all the other channels out there. All the cool stuff that's on YouTube that's super positive. But definitely start with the vinyl community. Go spread out. Go help everyone out. Everyone's super awesome. There's only been I can't even say I actually have there's some channels I watch that I might not have enjoyed as other channels, but doesn't mean shit. I mean, I pretty much enjoy all the channels I subscribe to. So that being said, go check out all that good stuff. Stay positive. Play lots of vinyl. just play music. Even if you don't play vinyl, I mean, the fact that we got a cell phone that can stream every damn song that ever existed is pretty damn magical. So, go do that stuff. Later, bye.